Guys, how many of y'all have seen Hercules? As in the 1993 Disney animated movie. And let me tell you, I love that movie. And I think it's really great. But it also introduced a misunderstatement. Not actually two misunderstandings. Zeus is not a lovable father. This dude goes on and impregnates women on a daily basis. But another misunderstanding is that the Fates don't share one eye. Those are the Gray sisters. Okay, but for real, the biggest misunderstatement of Hercules is that Hades was never an actual villain. No, I'm not going to say that Hades was never. Now, I'm not going to say that Hercules is the only movie that includes Hades as a villain, but also Clash of the Titans, the one with Sam Worthington, or Jake Sully, if you like to call him. Now Hercules, I believe Hercules was the start of the whole Hades is an evil god thing. Because I don't think this ever happened. I don't think this was ever popular until Hercules came out. That they started making Hades the actual villain in every Greek mythology movie. But guys, Hades is not an evil god. Now, for those of you who don't read Greek mythology, this might be something you might want to cover your ears. But guess what? Hades is not the villain, and I'm gonna tell you why. Hades is not a good god either. But you're like, but Hades is not a good god either, so he has to be a bad one. Or, but he's a ruler of the underworld. Of course he's going to be evil, like Satan. Okay, first off, the people comparing him to Satan because he's a ruler of the underworld. Not every religion is the same, all right? There can be some rulers of hell that are good. There can be some rulers of hell that are not good. But Hades is not bad. He is not an evil god. Now, I'm going to look up on Google, which is always a good reliable source. Let's see. Is Hades an evil god? As much as Hollywood portrayals like to suggest, Hades is never the villain in any Greek myth, the collector says. 5 reasons why he isn't. Alright. Oh, I also forgot he's a villain in Percy Jackson. I always forgot the movie. I always forgot that movie exists. Greek god Hades the Unseen. The Greek god Hades' name in ancient Greek, I'm not going to say it, derives from the ancient Greek word for unseen. This is just the start of Hades' pitiful story. The name's meaning is fitting for Hades because his efforts often went unnoticed. To begin with, Hades helped his younger brothers Zeus and Poseidon to overthrow the monstrous Titan Kronos in the epic battle for control of the cosmos. When the rewards for the victors were divided, Zeus was given reign over the sky, Poseidon over the sea, Hades the underworld. Despite some sources stating that the god Hades was unhappy with this decision, he never complained or sought a different role. So unlike Clash of the Titans, Hades was actually like, okay, sure, I'll do the underworld. He wasn't like, Zeus, you bastard, you made me rule the underworld. I'm gonna pay you back by unleashing the Kraken. But the Kraken isn't in any Greek mythology story, I believe. Hades, impartial, judicious, and fair. Despite Hades' silence on his complaints in the Greek myths, films like Disney's Hercules characterize Hades as vengeful and plotting the overthrow of Olympus. However, in Greek mythology, Hades never attempts to usurp, sorry if I mispronounce it, any of the gods, especially Zeus the king, but other gods do. Poseidon and a few of his fellow gods that felt Zeus was doing a terrible job as ruler of the universe and attempted to remove him from power. In this case, Hades was absent. Far from being the instigator, Hades was an impartial party. Even in the epic battle of the Trojan War, Hades took neither side, unlike gods who took sides with such enthusiasm that they wreaked more havoc than the humans. Meanwhile, Hades has to deal with the influx of souls in his domain due to all the deaths caused by his fickle fellow gods. Instead of causing the trouble, Hades has to deal with the fallout, an overcrowded underworld. So yeah, reading this, Hades is not a bad god. I mean, somebody's saying, I know, but it's just Hollywood and stuff. I know. But I just wanted to get to people who don't know this. Alright? So, like, if there are people who don't know who didn't know that Hades was a bad god, then yeah, newsflash, he's not a bad god. He's actually done good things. But I'm not gonna read the more of them. Just Google "is Hades an evil god" and then you'll get the collector article. All right, see you soon.